said I was sorry. My name's Steve.
There it is, baby. This is what we've waited for. I recently did a playthrough of Code Veronica. Yes, Kies. Earlier this year. It's far and away... Ma'am, can you stop? It's far and away one of my favorite Resident Evil experiences. I've beaten it several times. It's a joy to play through every single time. With all of its frustrations and its good times, I take the good with the bad. The bad is not that bad, but the good is oh so good.
Yeah! Help me!
And it has a first and last name.
Oh yeah, that felt good. Don't worry, Claire. Your knight in shining armor is here.
That's right, baby. Steve Burnside. Now, as I went through, now that they've released this trailer, the only thing I cared about was, where's Steve? Do I see Steve? And of course, on the first go through, you know, you've got quick cuts and glimpses of things. I'm trying to pick apart the background here. Is there a Luger on the table back there? But this is Chris Redfield's apartment, right? No Steve here. There's no sweet auburn locks of hair. No, this is Chris's apartment. And that old lady definitely could be a long-lost relative of the Burnsides, possibly, but she's way too French. Maybe French-Canadian, because Steve is the most Canadian.
Wait. Don't shoot. Wait right there. I'm coming over. Sorry about that little misunderstanding. But I thought you were another one of those Shut up.
So it's possible that she has some connection to our great hero, Steve Burnside, as we get a knock at the door. This is the first possibility of a character who may be Steve. As we listen to his voice, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, not what I think Steve's going to sound like. If he's not going farther, it's not Steve Burnside. Let's break this down, shall we? Here we go. The quick cuts are going to start popping off. Nothing remarkable there. Power lines, telephone pole, whatever. Looks like South Georgia. Nah, those aren't pines. Some nondescript fans. Could be sucking the virus out of a room. Some sort of biochemical place of things happening. Not really representative of anything. Who knows? Some place of construction. Got some lights, some rebar, some steel beaming, some refuse. Again, no trace of Steve Burnside, because that's what we're here for. Could be Steve's legs. He could pull off jeans like that. That could be Steve with some boots. With some boots on. You don't know, a little holster on his hip. It's probably Claire. Hey, one of Steve's first scenes, the second time we see him in Code Veronica in the original, he's pecking away at the computer, sending an email or something, whatever he's doing. Probably forgot his password and getting himself locked out. He's that guy. Some wiring Steve will undoubtedly trip over. Now, those hands don't look very manly, so they could be Steve Burnside's. It's hard to say. Don't have a lot to go off of there. The jacket with the zipper down the sleeve, not very indicative of Steve Burnside attire. That pistol, what's that say on the side of it? Lime? Alive? Nothing? It looks like letters, but it could be nothing. It's visible there as well. This is definitely not Steve Burnside. He ain't going out like that. It could be his father, pre-zombie. Who knows if they're going to spin the yarn. Here we go, baby. Rockfort Prison. The crest, clearly indicative of something we recognize from the original. But again, no Steve Burnside. There's a bicycle here. Maybe that's how Steve gets around between zombie apocalypses. Steve could get out of here no problem. This isn't high enough security. Here we've got some hair. Little too wavy for Steve Burnside. There's not enough DiCaprio wave in those locks to be Steve Burnside. And let's be honest, if they took the creative license to change his hair that much, he's no longer Steve Burnside. Let's be frank. So that can't be Steve. Next, probably Claire looking that way. Back of her hair here, you got a ponytail. Here we've got helicopters coming in hot. They heard that outlaw Steve Burnside had busted out of his cell, and they sent in the big guns. Probably the military of every country around the world, sending in all their best just to stop the terror that is Steve. But here we go with the finest piece of a clue. If that don't tell you what you need to know. Okay, the Lugers are in the game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, must I remind you, the most significant character that revolves around the Lugers, I think you know. I don't even think I need to say it at this point. So, because the Lugers are in the game, you can't have Lugers without Steve. Because who's gonna be the rootinest, tootinest, shootinest Gold Luger shooter in the game, if not Steve? Claire ain't twirling those things around, and they're a pivotal piece of the game, and you trade Steve your little machine guns so you get the Lugers from him. It's a pivotal point in the game that I don't know how it works without it. So regardless of how coy Yoshiaki Hirabayashi wants to play this, you can't tell me that Steve isn't in the game. Whether or not he wants to reveal it yet, it's probably just because they know how instrumental Steve is to the lore of Code Veronica and the story itself. It can't happen without Steve. But to me, this is the only clue I need, son. But we're going to take it one step further. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Exhibit A. That is Steve Burnside, ladies and gentlemen. Don't care what you tell me. That's him. I cannot be swayed on this. That's not Chris Redfield. That's not Claire Redfield. Not either of the Ashford twins. That is Steve Burnside, folks. And we get 3, 4, 5, 6 frames of hair. And those are the 6 frames that we're going to get right now of what I believe is Steve Burnside. You can close the book on this one, detective. We got it figured out. Steve's in it. There's no question. You do not make a Code Veronica remake without Steve Burnside. Case solved. Case closed. Mission accomplished. Send the troops home, baby. We got him. And there's really no reason to carry on with the rest of the trailer. There's your boy Ashford. That's not Steve. We know that's not Steve. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Need I say more? But again, it's not about what I think. It's about what you think. If you think that's not Steve, let me know in the comments below. If it is Steve and you agree with me, say no more. Give me a high five. Talk about my aura or whatever you kids do these days. That's the breakdown. If you like the show, subscribe. Check out my other stuff. If you want to become a member, it's $2 a month. You can join below. I do these all the time. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Claire, are you okay?
Steve, behind you!
No.
What's wrong, Steve? Shoot him!
Wait! I can't! No!
Steve! No! Ah!
Father!
Steve.
Father. Father. Father.